Austin, it's been a long day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What do we reckon? Okay, so final tally. Bit less than perhaps zero. Zero, a bit less than perhaps you'd hope for.
Oh yeah.
So let's just go through the matches.
America completely dominated me. I don't know what was going on there. But obviously, picking Pi was a risky choice, and it did not pay off in the slightest.
But do you reckon with more practice with that character, it might have paid off? That a different character choice could have made the difference?
Maybe, but the comfort level was completely zero. I didn't feel in control at all. Things was just going from bad to worse.
And that puts your game off.
Oh, my game
Without a
was-
doubt,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was pretty horrible. Then next match was Korea. I decided, Pi obviously didn't work. I went back to Akira. I still got completely smashed, but it felt good.
Well, yeah, because comfort levels were back. And
Yeah.
while it is Korea, I mean, it's a tough
Yeah.
opponent, one of
Well,
the
I mean,
toughest.
America beat Korea.
America beat Korea?
Soundly.
Really?
Yeah. That guy's a beast, man.
Indeed, yeah.
like,
no, I mean,
the reason why Pi came up as a choice for me was because I saw him lose to Pi on a few times by someone who's not a serious player. So he could have been holding back, I don't know, but he's a beast. A beast.
a man indeed. So, I mean, when typically you think of fighting games, you think of maybe Korea, Japan, even America to a point is perhaps, the challenges and
It
successes.
depends on the fighting game. I mean, DOA's been seriously dominated by the Western audience these past 2 years at least.
Right.
But Virtua Fighter is firmly Japanese territory.
Mm.
I did not expect America to win out against Korea, but it was always the potential is
It was always there.
yeah. And next match was versus Canada, which was the highlight for me. Came within an inch of victory.
A close
and
match.
had it snatched away by a takedown, which is one of her moves. And yeah, if this whole thing has been such a learning experience. If I knew then what I know now, might have gone a pretty different course. But that would just be one victory. So the next one was Netherlands, and that was pretty. Something happened to my game. It just went dead and sort of lost about 5 to 2 or 3.
Okay.
And then Mexico was just a complete unknown.
Yeah, a bit of an unknown player, Mexico, and this has happened in the Warcraft 3 as well. Mexico has come out of nowhere for both games.
Really?
And yeah, no, Warcraft 3 as well. The Mexican player is doing incredibly well in Cali's pool.
Well, I mean, we all expected Mexico to be decent at least, because apparently they have a pretty strong fighting game culture. Fighting culture too, but and yeah, he just wiped the floor with me. He had a really weird vibe, which was his pace of the game. Kept good distance from me and just smashed me basically.
Got in the sound hits needed and stayed out all the way of the damage.
Pretty much, yeah. I had a few moments, but they never amounted to quite enough to actually win a round. So it's sad, but yeah, really happy with the atmosphere of the tournaments. It's great. Yeah.
It has been really, really friendly, especially on the smaller tournament scene. Your Virtual Fighter, your Warcraft 3, those individual tournaments rather than the team ones. Because you get to meet a lot more players. Everybody's kind of doing the lone wolf thing. And,
Yeah, there's no cliques or anything to offer a security place for you to sort of hide away from other players. Well, I bet like the Counter-Strike players socialize fine, but if I was in the team game, I would be the personality to hide myself away, and amongst my friends. So this is probably really good for me. Yeah.
I mean, it's been good all around. It's a big learning curve. I mean, no doubt you've learned a lot from playing some of the best players in the world, guaranteed. So let's just go through. What do you think you did well, and in terms of A, preparation, and B, playing the game?
What did I do well? Preparation. You mean, like while I'm here? Or
No,
hanging out?
while you're here, and also up to the point coming to Germany.
I think just putting the time away and basically accepting whenever someone wanted to hang out and practice. That was the cornerstone to my practice, because the problem with any fighting game is that you can't practice against CPU, and if you're in New Zealand, you can't play online. Like it's
It's too difficult, yeah.
Yeah, the lag is just so horrible. So you have to take the matches wherever you can, and I mean, there's a downside to that in that the person gets conditioned to you and starts beating you maybe more than their skill level should allow. But that's
Just because of the number of times that you've played.
yeah, well,
each other.
they know your tendencies, your tricks.
Yeah.
But the upside of that is that you have to learn to be more unpredictable, more fluid, and reactive.
Change
in
up
the game.
styles, use a few
Especially
different
if you're playing
things.
unknowns in a tournament like now, because you
Right.
haven't played with these guys necessarily, so you need to throw stuff that they are not expecting.